way to clean books and bookshelves. And they whiz at dusting those hard-to-get-at areas of your Venetian blinds. It's ideal for cleaning phonograph records, also radio grills and TV screens, ornate lamp bases, and fancy picture or mirror frames. Using the wands, it's so easy to reach up to the ledges above doors and windows, and it's less risky than climbing on a chair to reach these.
Hello, y'all. How's everyone doing? Hey to all my Facebook people who are just coming over. Let me see. Make sure this is right. I feel like it's a little dark in here. I really want to get the I don't feel like doing all that. How's everyone doing? I didn't have the best day today, but you know what? I'm here with you guys. There's a lot to be grateful for. I'm always grateful, y'all, when it's cold outside and it's raining and I come home and I make the home all warm. I start lighting candles. I get that fireplace going, food cooking. Something about outside being like really nasty makes me like feel more gratitude for my home. I don't know about y'all, but that's just me. So, see. Oh, excuse me. Let me see. Let me check the comments. Ooh, hey, who we got? We got Calm 2022. Smith 99 says hello. Hey, Vicky Shelton. Yasmin Abdur Rahman, hello. She's so ruthless. Hey girl. Latasha Haynes. Rhonda Walker. Rhonda's one of my favorite wives, y'all. She's one of the few women who get it. I'm so glad you're here, Rhonda. Trina McKinley. Hello, everyone. This is going to be a very interesting chat. Yes, it is. Brenda Jasper, Chiquita Smith, Andrea Jones. Hey, Miss Jones. How you doing? Patricia Robinson. Rhonda Walker says, yes, ma'am. Very cozy. Yes, nothing like it. Andrea Lee. Vanessa Stewart, Angela Grant, Ramona Alexander, Lynn Knight, hey. Maria Thompson, Shirley Troop, Sandra Walters Young, Teresa Lee, Good Karma, Sharon Bell, Monica Worley, Wanda Davis. Hello, everyone. So, y'all, hey, Terry B. Hey. Whew. So I saw something that blew my mind. Okay. So everybody should know who Tia Mowry is. So she's one of the twin sisters from Sister Sister. Y'all remember the show Sister Sister. Y'all should know. And then she played on The Game. Remember Derwin and Melanie? She played the role of Melanie. So she's been married to her husband. I don't know. Hold on, let me Google it. See, I should have this stuff ready, but it wasn't the best day, okay, y'all. So y'all, please bear with me. Let me see. Can I do the microphone? Hold on. What's wrong with my microphone? Let me do my other phone. Hold on. How long has Tia Mowry and Corey Hardick been married?
Here's what I found.
Okay, and you didn't tell me anything. So now I gotta type it. Because it's a long time, y'all. I mean, this isn't like something you just like throw away. How long has Tia been with? It says Tia Mowry and Corey Hardick first met on a movie set in 1999. The couple tied the knot in 2008. So how many years is that? Okay. 12. Okay, so that's like 14 years, y'all. That's a lot of time. And y'all will never forget the epiphany she came to on why she decided that she couldn't do it anymore. Well, let's talk about it. I'm going to bring up the video, y'all. Y'all already know my nerves. I can't, like, I just can't. I cannot. I mean, because especially when you have a lot of time invested and you have children involved, it does something to me. Not going to lie. Oh, Debbie Williams says, you said Ned school. I think you meant med school. Okay, so I'm going to bring up the video.
Oh my gosh, you look amazing. I love this audience. Oh, so amazing. You got the DJ here.
Yes.
It's like a party in here.
It's a party. How you doing?
I am doing well.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for asking. I'm doing good.
We're so happy you're here. We just had your sister.
I know.
We love her.
Yeah.
And I love her too. I just talked to her I talked to her 2 days ago.
Mm-hmm. She is. So do you all feel like you're each other's kind of North Star? Does it still feel that way?
Oh, yes, definitely. I mean, she's like my best friend. I feel like she's like really my life partner when it comes to life. You know what I mean? She's always just right by my side. So I love you.
You know what's so you're at an interesting stage or
Yes.
phase in your life, Tia, and you've spoken about this, so we're
Yes.
comfortable asking you about it. But you and your husband, like a lot of couples, decided that it was better to be lived. Your life's better lived apart than together.
Yes.
How did you know that it was time?
That's a really good question.
take that route.
I knew when I really started to focus on my happiness. I feel like women, we tend to focus on everybody else's happiness, making sure that everybody else is okay, meaning our children. Meaning, you know, our children, our friends.
You mean what you're supposed to do? You're supposed to... Ma'am, that's what you do when you get married. You focus on your family's happiness. That's the lifelong mission, you know? Yeah, your happiness does matter too, but not to the point where you tear down the whole family in the name of your happiness. She said when I started to focus on me, you're supposed to focus on the family unit for the rest of your life, not just when it feels good, because you're going to go through some dark seasons. Hold on. Did I just... Y'all. All right, Janice Marshall. Now, she said sometimes you get burnt out. So, Janice, what should you do when you get burnt out? Should you just divorce and make your husband a part-time father just because you're burnt out? I mean, really think about that. Really think about that. I'm burnt out, right? Here's what should happen logically when women get tired and they want to divorce and they're just like done. What they should do is they should pack their bags. They should take all their personal belongings in the house and leave. But what do women typically do when they divorce? They pack his bags. They don't pack their bags and leave. They pack his bags and they say that he has to leave. Why does he have to leave? Because you don't want it anymore. Do you understand how selfish that is? So we created this family together. And because I'm done with you, I'm going to put you out. The logic is off. If you're done, that means you leave. You leave the house when you're done. And then you let that man replace you with another woman. That is if you're done. If he's done, same thing. Whoever is done with the marriage, is it fair to ask to ask the other person to leave and to take their kids away from them or to make them a part-time parent because you don't want the marriage anymore? Doesn't it make more sense that the person who's done is the one who leaves and becomes the part-time parent. That's the one who gives up their comfortable position in the house, the one who gives up their parental rights because you want this, right? It's something you want. That's logic. I would love to start seeing that. No, I mean, I don't want to see divorce at all, but at least if the woman, if you want to leave, go. But you can't take the kids with you. Why should the kids have to suffer and lose a part-time father, a stable home, because you want to put your happiness first? It doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. Oh, Rhonda, yes, it hurt me too. Be9. I'm not messing with you tonight. Rhonda also says, girl, it's not about you. It's used when you say, I do. I'm trying to interpret what you meant. Just retype it, girl. Janice Marshall, she came back, y'all. She said, but you need that time for yourself. Right, Janice? So don't you think that the woman should leave? If the woman's done with the marriage, shouldn't she leave? That's what makes sense to me. Vicky Webb says, I feel as though she's being selfish. That's what it's sounding like to me too. Good Karma says, if I thought that way, I wouldn't be married 27 years. Amen. And congratulations on 27 years. That's pretty awesome. D Wells, oh my gosh, I don't even know why I pinned that. Let me see. Trina McKinley, yes, but in most cases, us mothers are the nurturers to our children. So with that being said, Trina, I agree with that. I think that's our gift, is being the nurturer, right? So nurturing, like what's behind nurturing is love. Like, is it loving to separate the kids from their father when they need their father? That's not love. That's not love. So yeah, we are the nurturers, but so what they do in other countries where women don't have as many rights, if the woman wants out of the marriage, she actually does have to leave. So it actually does work that way in some other countries. And so you, as the nurturer, you just get replaced. You get replaced with another nurturer. That's all that happens. So another nurturer ends up coming in. I mean, and that's still not good for the children because they need their mother. They need their mother and their father. But at the same time, if you want to leave, it would make sense that, or if you want the divorce, it would make sense that you're the one who leaves. Oh, yes, Rhonda. She says it's us, me and you. Renelda Goff says, no, the woman needs to remain in the home with the children. Renelda, you're absolutely right. That means no divorce, because she needs to stay right there, because he shouldn't have to go anywhere because she's upset and wants to put her happiness first. Right? And according to you, you're saying the woman needs to stay there. Great. So they both need to be there raising the children, but she doesn't get to put him. Well, she does, but just let's step into the world of logic for a second. She shouldn't be able to have the man leave. So you're right. She should be there. I'm with you. I want her there too. And I want the father there. And I want them to find a way to work it out. That's what I would like. Fabulous I Am says, marriage is a partnership. They both have to be willing to give and sacrifice as the adult. When you are empty, there is nothing you can give/contribute. They both have to fight for the marriage. That's true. Although I don't believe that when you're empty, there's nothing you can give, contribute. There is still something you can give. I think that's just something women say when they don't like the feeling that they feel. You can, even when, and I can vouch for this because I felt empty before, but I still pushed through. I still cooked dinner. I still kept the house clean. I still took care of my daughter, took care of my husband, didn't do it perfectly, but I did contribute even though I felt empty on the inside. So it is possible. You just have to tap out of your feelings and stop making everything so feelings based. Okay. Like Kevin Samuel said, marriage it's about duty. We're supposed to view it as duty. It's your duty to stay married. unless there's extreme circumstances. Other than that, this is your duty. This is what you sign up for. And if you're single and you know that don't sound good to you, it's probably best not to get married. And even more so, please just don't bring children into it. If you know you're the type that's going to put you first and your family second, please don't have kids. Please don't have kids. Oh, y'all. Okay. Who's to what? I don't get it. Who's to say they had their father when he was in the home? Well, we don't know, but we're just going off of her words. And she's saying that, hey, I'm putting me first. So that's what we're talking about. We're just talking about the words coming out of her mouth. She's not saying that he wasn't there. That's not what she said. We know they both work. They're both Hollywood actors and actresses, so they both obviously work. But I haven't heard anything. I want to pay attention to what's coming out of her mouth. Flaw Tea and Talk. Hey, girl. She said that was her. This thing is in the way. Last straw. Her, quote unquote, her happiness, not the straw that ended the marriage. She had several interviews. No, ma'am, Miss Flaw Tea. I read an article, and this was the moment she knew her marriage was over. That's what it said. You can look it up on Essence. I'm actually pull up the Essence article in a second. Smith 99, God doesn't honor divorce. So there's only, so in the Bible, the only way out of a divorce, we call it a scriptural divorce, is death and adultery. That's it. That's the only way that, that Jehovah will honor or accept a divorce. Anything like outside of that, it's a no. That's just it. That's what the Bible says. Yasmin says reality is divorce is sometimes necessary. Yeah, sometimes I will acknowledge that, but it doesn't look like it was necessary here so far. Listening to the words coming out of her mouth, I'm hearing it's about me. I realized I had to put me first. Self-love. So this would be a situation where it's actually not necessary. Let's see. Okay, y'all, we got to get back into this video. Hey, y'all, everyone who's just now coming in. Vanessa Stewart, Fabulous I Am, Diane Bradley, M. Wink Gordon. Hey, girl. Okay, let's play the video. How do I remove this from the screen? Okay, there we go.
Friends, our family, but at the end of the day, it's about self-love. And when you start to really work on yourself, love yourself, know your value, know your worth, and then all of a sudden there's this awakening. And it's not easy. It's a hard journey, but at the end of the day, I feel like it is so.
Y'all, I was just about to grab something real quick, but she said a lot. Let me take this back. Hey, Miss Ty, how you doing, girl? Are you coming up? Come on up, girl. You don't have to have that camera on. Just come up. She's just a great co-pilot. I love having her up. So come up if you can, Miss Ty. I sent you the stream link through Instagram. Okay, let's hear this back again.
Family, but at the end of the day, it's about self-love. And when you start to really...
Is it? That's what marriage is about. She said, hold on now. Wait a second. She says, at the end of the day, it's about self-love. What is it? Marriage, life? Because if people who lived a long time ago, who are dead and gone now, if they had that attitude that it's about self-love, we wouldn't even be here. Everybody would just be out for themselves. Everybody had to sacrifice and be unhappy a lot of the times. These men before, like way before technology, you know, when they were really building and working on railroads and stuff, do you think these men were like happy and just really enjoyed life? But they sacrificed for their families, and they had their wives at home who also sacrificed for the family. You think these people were happy all the time? Imagine, just imagine if the people before us prioritized themselves before family. A lot of us would not even be here. It's like as women, we constantly prove that they should have never let us out the cage. Yeah, the cage before feminism, before women had rights. It's like, because now you have that. See, if because when women have the right to divorce, we divorce for frivolous reasons. I'm not talking about the women who divorce for serious reasons, because some divorces are necessary. But if you look at the stats, women divorce 70 to 80% of the time. Women are leaving their families, and some of it is necessary. Let me put that disclaimer in there before y'all come for me. But a lot of times it's unnecessary. Women are prioritizing their happiness, and they're being brainwashed by the media, by entertainment, by women like this. Because if I'm a woman who's unaware and unsure about where I stand, I'm in a marriage, things aren't that great, but I'm in it. Say I've been married 6-7 years, I stumble across this interview, I'm rethinking my whole life. It's that simple for someone like this to get into a woman's head. Like, man, look at her up here. Look at how happy she is. Look at how vibrant. She's so happy after her divorce. And I'm sitting here. Me and my husband, we just got into it last night. And I'm sitting here miserable. I cried myself to sleep last night, and this woman is up here happy. Shoot, I want to do what she did. That's how easy it is to sway women, because we're emotional. It's like we're feelings-based creatures. So we act on feeling a lot. And when you give someone power, and y'all, I'm a woman, I would love to say that no, women are just responsible as men. No, we can be just as logical. But when I see stuff like this, I mean, come on. We've got to do better. And if they were having problems, like, really, how much effort was put in to really save this thing? And I have this thing about women who are in Hollywood, and who are very career driven and ambitious. It's really, really hard to be your husband's complement. It's really hard to be in the role of a wife when you have such an individualistic career that is so centered on you, and when you're the famous one. It's hard to take the role of, like, say, like the lesser one, and really kind of come to completion with your husband and put the family first. When you got your agents always calling you, talking about this role and that role, it's hard to fight the urge to pursue just personal endeavors that don't benefit the family at all. Because when you're together, you're supposed to do things that benefit the family. It's supposed to be about family. But in Hollywood, it's hard. It's hard to be a submissive wife when you're a Hollywood actress. It just is, because there's so much temptation to keep your name alive. Oh, y'all, I'm getting really ranty. I'm seeing some paragraphs in the comment section. Okay, Miss Ty says she coming up, y'all. Yasmin says, I think he was overbearing and probably a tad bit jealous of her success. I watched a few interviews of them together. He gave her crazy looks and stopped her from finishing her thoughts. Now, okay, because I did see one interview where he was in the middle of talking and she interrupted, and he gave her a little, like, girl, like, let me finish. And she's like, oh, my bad, or something like that. I did see that. But Yasmin, if you have other ones other than that, if you could send it to me, that'd be great. I welcome all facts. Right now we're just going based off of what's coming out of her mouth. But yeah, but at the same time, ooh, Miss Ty, hey girl. You there?
Child.
I don't. Has it been one of those days for you?
Child.
Oh,
Oh, we got the COVIDs over here again.
the what?
We got COVID over here again.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
I tell you.
I
But
hope it dies back down.
oh yeah, it just feels like a cold.
Okay. Oh, you're saying you, not like your area. You.
Oh yeah, I got it now.
Oh, oh, girl. Well, I know you know about all the herbal remedies.
Oh
I
yeah,
know you will
that's
be okay.
yeah, that's why I feel just like a cold. I'm
Okay.
almost over it now.
Yeah. Well, get well soon. What are your thoughts so far?
Child, this hole right here.
No. Okay. No cussing. No
I didn't
cussing.
cuss. I said who?
But why is she that? Why you call her that?
Cause she just ready to go in the streets. That's all that is.
You think that's what it is?
That's all it is. She's just ready
Mm.
for the streets. That's all. She just spent 14 years locked down, and she's watching all the other little hoochie mamas going out here thinking they living their best life, child. But
Yeah.
she about to have a rude awakening because these men's not checking for y'all like that. What y'all think? Mm-mm.
But that's true though. I mean, when you think about all the like women back in the day that were hot, like Lisa Ray, Holly Berry,
Mhm.
Vivica Fox. I mean, these were like the top dogs. But now,
Right. All she gotta do is watch Fox Souls.
girl, but now they are just like not even it anymore. So like
Child.
getting like divorcing, leaving your family after like 14 years and then you come back what in your 40s talking about, hey y'all, like
Mhm.
that's not, it's just not a, it's not the best idea, especially if you have a situation where it's not that bad, like it ain't abusive, he's not cheating, you're just talking about you're not happy. Let me
That's
see.
that is the code for I just want to be for the streets right now. That's all.
Mhm. Yeah. Flaw T says they seem disconnected in public. She always seemed bubbly and in love, and he always seemed unhappy and lightweight checking her. I don't know. He never seemed in it. I would love to hear his side. Me too, because, men aren't, there are men who aren't bubbly like that. So they can come off a little harder than the woman. Um, I wouldn't base anything off of that, but yeah, that'd be interesting
But
to
the thing
hear.
about it with him is he's not a social media person. You rarely see him say anything or do anything. So you probably won't hear his side. Not
Yeah,
not not in detail. Like
right.
like like she's doing a whole press tour and stuff.
Okay.
He might come out and say something, but he's really not into social media that well. But
Mhm. I
I
see.
I just know that, um after she took her little couples trip, she came back and wanted, you know,
She took a couples trip.
yeah, apparently they went on a couples trip and some things transpired and she came back and yeah, all of a sudden
Okay.
she had an epiphany.
Interesting. Trina McKinley says she said on she said, I can't see that. She began to value herself. She woke up. So he probably made her okay. See now that
That's
let me did you that's what we tend to do. We go off of
there we go
social.
with that BS.
Look, look, and Trina McKinley, I'm gonna just use it as an example, girl. Please be a good sport. She said she wait, hold on, what does this say? Oh, she said one, she began to value herself. She woke up. So he probably, so it's like you laid that foundation of what she said. We don't even know like how accurate that is, but then you go on to say he probably made her feel devalued. So you're saying that because she said these things, I'm going to like
Mhm.
I'm gonna build a house on top of this. So we don't know
Mhm.
whether he made her feel valued or not. We don't know if she played a role in maybe him making her feel undervalued. Because sometimes you can do such
Mhm.
a bad job as a wife, you can be a nagging wife, you can bring misery to a man's life. And as a result of that, you end up feeling undervalued because he checks out. You know, so we don't.
Exactly. That's what I was about to say.
Yeah, so just keep that in mind, Trina, that you can't just go off of what someone says.
And let me say this too.
Mm-hmm.
Check out the company she keeps.
Who,
Look at the women on the show that she's on.
what show?
You don't know the what is that show, guys? The Talk, the View, the
Oh
something.
no, that's her sister that's on that show.
Oh, I thought she was on that show too.
Mm-hmm.
What it? Oh, I forgot they twins. Well, whatever. The company that you keep.
Mm-hmm.
You know she's good friends with Megan Good, right?
She okay. I was gonna say when you're in Hollywood, period. I mean, what wholesome Christian women? What women who are really dedicated to their family? How many of them do you find in Hollywood? This is
Exactly.
like the selfish me first capital of the world, of the New York. You know, so I'm willing to bet she probably didn't have the best association. Just my opinion.
Now, besides all that dumb stuff she talking about.
Mm-hmm.
My main concern is here you go. You're going to traumatize your children.
Yeah.
So I don't even care about them too. But you got these kids.
Yeah.
They already have to live in the limelight of YouTube being TV stars or whatever. Now you have your children have to deal with you dragging each other through the mud. Well, she dragging him through the mud.
Right.
And they don't have little babies. They got big kids. So can you imagine what their children are dealing with?
Right.
So
But
it goes back to your selfishness.
Son. I think the son is like 12 and the little girl, she looks like she's about 4 years old.
So can you imagine what that boy? Yo, yeah, I saw your mama talk about your dad. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
And
exactly.
you're unhappy now. You're so happy, but yet you're changing the dynamics for your children. Like, when does it stop being about you and it's about your children?
Right.
That's I have not heard that from her in any interview that she's had. All she would say is, "Oh, they fine."
Yeah.
No, they not fine. Child, please stop lying to us and to yourself.
Yeah. You'll say anything to be free.
Right.
Yasmin says she's happy because she was probably in a bad marriage. What we see in public isn't how it is in private. Now, Yasmin, we're going off of her words. She said that self-love is what it's about. I'm putting myself first. These are words that are coming out of her mouth. And even if she did have a bad marriage, like who doesn't have a bad marriage? There's no such thing as a 100% good marriage. So,
but didn't she say he was a good husband and good father?
Did she say? Did I miss that?
Yes.
In this
not on here, but she said he was a good husband. He's a great father. It's all about she's not happy within herself.
Okay.
That's her explanation.
So yeah, but even if he is that, I mean, marriage just is not going to be. It's not going to be good all the time, and I think women have to accept that you're gonna be unhappy sometimes in marriage. And if you know you're a selfish person and you're not gonna be able to deal with it, just don't get married. And at the very least, just don't bring kids into the world because they're depending on their mother and their father. They need both in the house. Correct. And so, you're talking about happiness and me first. I mean, and you're happy, great. How does your soon-to-be ex-husband feel? How do your kids feel? Is it just it's not like life just is not just about you. Oh my gosh.
It's a selfless act to be a wife and mother.
Yeah. And a lot of women, they just don't
want to do that. Yeah, they just don't have it.
Hey, Gregory Scotland, how you doing?
Hey, Gregory.
Okay, y'all. Oh, thank you. Trina McKinley says, I understand your point, Ashley. Thank you. Hey, Hakeem. He says, hey, HighValueWives, long time, and hope all is well. Shout out to you and hubby. Thank you so much. Had to take a month off, y'all. Perfect example, too. When I'm starting to feel a little bit of crackling in my marriage, like, I will take some time off. And I still have things about me that I have to work on, right? Like nobody's perfect, but I know that I'm actively reading and I'm taking things in and I'm putting some things to action to correct the issue. So I said this before, don't think that I'm a goddess floating among you. I'm just a woman that's really putting her best foot forward and putting forth the effort. And I'm making an effort to push back on stuff like this for wives who sit back and watch and who find themselves inspired by this stuff. I feel like, at least if I put my 2 cents out there, maybe if I could just save one wife who was thinking about it, I've done my job. But let's get back into, let's go back into the video.
Work on yourself, love yourself, know your value, know your worth. And then all of a sudden there's this awakening. And it's not easy. It's a hard journey. But at the end of the day, I feel like it is so
it's about to get harder too. She said it's a hard journey, this whole self-love and like when I woke up and the third eye and it's a hard journey. It's going to get harder. Wait till those kids grow up and start becoming it's going to get a lot harder.
It's going to get real hard.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
so worth it. So
Yeah, wow.
thank you.
Tia, what I think, first of all, you could hear the people saying yes, and here, people at home are sitting thinking like, I feel this because marriage is hard.
It takes a lot of work.
And it also takes a lot of guts to know when you need to change something.
Yes, it really does.
It takes a lot of courage to say, this isn't working.
Yeah.
Can I say something right there? You can look at her face and see how she looks. She is lying.
Yeah.
You see her facial expression? Yes. And girl, you is lying like I don't know what. The lie is all over. She just trying to fake it so bad. She gritting her teeth and everything. I just cannot. And I want to say something about the kids. I was looking at Flawty's comment. Yes, they probably know and all that kind of stuff. My issue is this. I hate it when they drag each other through the mud in the media. That's the problem I got.
Yeah.
You have a lot of stars and things that gotten divorced or whatever, and you may hear a little headline, "Oh, such and such divorce," but you never see all this promo of my divorce.
Yeah.
That stuff right there hurts to kill children.
It does.
Because those same children got to go to school with their peers and their friends, and the mamas and the daddies of the friends is talking, and they go back and tell your child what things that your child shouldn't even know.
That's true.
That's my issue with it.
Yes, absolutely. And the host just said something interesting. I want to rewind it so you guys can hear it. Hold on.
And it also takes a lot of guts to know when you need to change something.
Yes, it really does.
It takes a lot of courage to say, this isn't working.
Yeah.
It takes guts and courage. Like, to do what? To file for a divorce, to put them on alimony, child support. That's hard. That takes courage.
Girl.
Like, that's the thing too. Like, women, like the way we know how to really encourage.
That's that sisterhood that B now be talking about.
Exactly. The sisterhood, like, we know how to get into each other's minds and say, "Girl, you're doing such a good job." My favorite is, "Oh, you're so strong. You're so strong. You're so courageous." And you're not even really doing anything hard. You're strong and courageous when you can weather the storm. You're strong and courageous when you stay in something that maybe you're not happy about, but you're doing it for the sake of your kids and your vows. That's strength. That's courageous. Going down to the divorce office, having your way in court, having the kid, being the custodial parent. What courage? What it takes guts to do that.
Child.
That's what takes.
That's the easy part.
It's easy to
That's the easy part.
to divorce. It's easy when you what our grandmas did. That took strength because they was getting their feelings hurt.
Yeah.
But they stayed. That took strength. Despite how you feel, when you go against how you feel for the sake of the greater good, that is courage. That is strength. That is a strong woman, one who can get the mastery over her emotions and make logical long-term decisions that benefit her kids. That's a strong woman.
That's right.
That's the type of strong woman I hope to be. But women, like you said, the sister code. We know how to cheer each other on when we're not doing the right thing. Oh my gosh.
Cheering each other on in the mess.
It must have been so hard for you.
It's so hard for you.
Courageous. You're so strong.
Trauma bonding. We gonna bond over this pain that you're feeling, girl.
Ooh, yes. Girl. Let's see. Gloria Snook, she said, hey, Ashley, marriage is hard work and can be stressful. The grass looks greener, but you know what you have. You don't know what you will get. Yes. And you water that grass on your side. Water your grass. I posted, I did a post on this morning on Facebook and Instagram too. 4 steps that you can do to keep your marriage warm this winter. And I talked about how the weather change and it getting colder, how outside is comfortable, and how if your home is cold and stale, no life in it, just routine, how your home can be cold and stale, and how tensions can build as a result of an environment that's not warm and cozy. That's watering your glass. Did I say glass?
Yeah,
glass?
You said glass as well.
I cannot talk today. It's the weirdest thing.
Anyway. We understand what you're saying, girl.
That is watering your grass. Watering your grass is putting the effort in. It's saying, okay, I'm here to compliment. I'm here as a compliment to my husband. For all my Bible readers, that's what God created Eve for. He created Eve to compliment Adam. Wives are supposed to submit to their husband, have a deep respect. So your life, your mind isn't focused enough on the family if you come out talking about self-love. I'm sorry. Your focus, you wasn't focused. You just weren't focused in your role if you stand up and talk about self-love. And that's why I'm divorcing. Not because he beat me, not because I found out he's been with over 20 women, he's got an outside baby. No, I just need to be happy. That's it. Oh my gosh.
Okay. I really wanted to deep dive into what the heck this happy thing is.
Go ahead.
Not now, but I'm just saying I need to do some research because I need to talk to some of these women talking about this happy thing. I want to figure out what that means because a lot of them got different definitions on. I want to be happy. I ain't happy.
Be prepared for a lot of word sauce. Get ready to just
decode. You know me now.
This emptiness. It's a dark emptiness inside of me. So it's retrograde, right? And the moon is like moving. And so like
the stars are not aligned. That's why I ain't happy. Is that what you're talking about?
Girl. And then they'll start bringing up what a feminist psychologist said about how if women aren't happy, they're not going to live as long, blah, blah,
blah.
But,
we got to do a live on that one. So
yes. So just prepare for a lot of words. But Rhonda Walker says, Ashley, all my kids are grown, so now I can concentrate on my marriage because at first it wasn't about us. It was about the children. We raised our kids. Now we are concentrating on Mr. and Mrs. Walker. Okay, girl. Proud of you. And I'm glad that y'all made it through that period because I always advise women, hey, just because you have kids, make sure you're prioritizing yourselves. You have to still do date nights. You have to still be a couple. So it sounds like y'all just threw it all into the kids, but at least look, we just happy y'all still here. You survived. So I'm very proud to hear that. So, okay. Let's continue with the video.
Was there a moment where you knew I have to do something different?
Yes, I feel like when I started to, again, like I said, focus on myself, but there was this sadness. And I knew that life is short. I had actually, lost my grandmother. We had lost Elena Housley, and both of them at the same time. There was just an aha moment in me where I said, you know what? You need to tap in, see what's really going on with your happiness. Life is short. Let's go. Let's start working on you and really focusing on what really, really matters here, which is at the end of the day, your peace, your joy, and your happiness. So I would say
my, I. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. This is hubby calling. 1 second. Hey, babe. Hey, I'm at home. Oh, you got my message earlier. We made it home. I'm on my live stream right now. Okay. No, it ended up starting up. It just started up. Yeah, I was on the phone and I was clicking it and then it started. So I don't know what that was. It might be a short in the battery. But yeah, I'm literally having this conversation on my live stream. I said I'm having this conversation like while I'm live though. Okay, I'll call you right back when I'm done. Okay, bye. Sorry, y'all. I don't know. Can't ignore the hubby.
I know that's right.
Yeah, but he was just calling to check the car situation that happened earlier. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, your, my, I, me. At the end of the day, that's what she says. At the end of the day, this is what it's about. Man, I just wonder what would happen to future generations if all women decided to take your advice today and all families got torn apart, right? And how would that next? I mean, the next generation is already shot, but there are a few that are hanging on, And so, just imagine, like, if everybody took that advice. So,
I'm just curious to really hear what this aha awakening moment. You went from dealing with, because she said, okay,
midlife
I had deaths in the family,
midlife
and
crisis.
some other woman died, some famous lady died that she was close to, whatever. Then all of a sudden you had this aha moment, I need to take care of me. I'm confused.
Usually it brings you closer to the people you love.
Right.
She pushed them away.
Right.
Anyway,
let's get through this video.
I don't know. I'm
and
getting
I
a
was in
headache.
therapy as well. Yeah. I'm a huge fan of therapy. So it was all of that, together that gave me that, aha moment.
What were you the most afraid of stepping in? Because you're stepping in. Because some people, when you say, "Oh, my husband and I are going our separate ways," they go, "Oh no, oh that's sad." But you actually see this as
a celebration.
A celebration.
I really do. I look at it as one of my friends. She sent this beautiful letter to me from a woman who got a divorce, and it's all.
Y'all, please listen to this. This is wild. How she's about.
Wait, you see you hear that? Oh, one of my friends sent me this letter about the. You see this? That's what B9 be talking about all the time.
Yeah, but watch, Miss Ty. I want you to pay attention. Everyone that's tuned in right now, pay attention to the illustration in which she compares divorce to. Just listen.
All about, this perspective, in my opinion, and just changing the narrative. My marriage was a success.
Yeah.
I look at it as like a curriculum.
Ish. What?
Oh my God. I need to take this back. We're gonna hear it again.
Woman who got a divorce. And it's all about, this perspective, in my opinion, and just changing the narrative. My marriage was a success. Yeah.
No, it was not. Shut up.
Do you see the level of delusion?
And what the heck is a curriculum? Okay, go ahead, sis. Jesus.
The delusion. my marriage was a success. It's like losing the game. Like, imagine if you're playing a video game, you lost, and I turn around to the person next to me and I said, that was a success. It was a success.
I just whipped your butt.
I don't care what reality says. I say it's a success. Like,
in my mind, sis, I just won the war, even though all of my troops are dead.
Last man standing. It was a success. We succeeded.
There is no Sparta. There's no 300.
And imagine the opposing army closing in on you as you're the last man standing, and as they have their swords about to chop you up, you're still saying,
I won this war.
Did I not win? We won, right? As they're closing in, about to, I still won. Okay, I won. I won, y'all.
I cannot.
Anyway, okay.
Yeah. I look at it as like a curriculum when you're in college or high school, right? You're learning, you're growing, you're evolving, you're creating. And I was able to create with Corey some beautiful, amazing children. Mm-hmm. And at the end of that curriculum, and at the end, there's a graduation, there's a celebration. So that's
stop right there, sis.
You dropped out.
What the heck?
Dropped out of school, ma'am. You didn't graduate. The graduation is when.
And first of all, your children not 18. How about drop out when they 18 and grown then? Not when they babies, because them children is babies. Okay?
Right, because you dropped out like in the 8th grade. It wasn't safe to drop out yet, you know.
But wait, sis, can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
What the hell? What is she talking about? A curriculum? Like, is that literally how they view their marriages now? As a curriculum? Like, okay, I'm going to do my assignment and I grad. My question is this: what are you graduating to? Because you're about to have a rude awakening, Chiggy. Because these people out here is for the streets, and you about to be one of them. Yeah. What are you graduating to? Is my question. What diploma are you trying to, receive at the end of this walk down the aisle to the courthouse for divorce?
Mm-hmm.
What's so? I'm inclined to think that she think that there is some other peen on the other side that is better, and she's trying to graduate to that peen, but she's about to find out that peen is going to treat her just like the rest of them, because you are 40 something plus, you have 2 children, you're now going to be a divorcee, you put on about extra 30 pounds, and then you're going to talk about I'm graduating to what?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I digress. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean it's a dropout situation. It's like if you go file for divorce, it's like saying I've dropped out of school. That would be the proper way to use that illustration. You didn't graduate, you didn't finish school, you dropped out. Like, we have to say what it is, because I feel like we have to combat the rhetoric and the word salad that women like this put out. So we have to come up behind them and just say it like it is. Like, hey guys, no, it's not graduating, it's dropping out. Hey guys, no, it's not a success, it's actually a failure. Like, we have to constantly shake them and like, no, guys, we're too old for fairy.
Too old for that. Right.
We're not doing it. We did it when we were 8. Make believing what's not real. We're grown women. We have to, dwell in reality. It's not success, it's a failure. And someone here put it in the comments. Thank you, Drake. She said, if her marriage was a success, then why the heck is she ending it? That makes no sense to me. Betty, it makes no sense to me either. Why do you end something so successful? So she does contradict herself. It wasn't successful. You guys were failing. dedicated to each other.
Mhm.
So you ended it. That makes it a failed marriage, not a successful one. But anyway, what were you?
She needs to take a look at her girlfriend, Megan. Now she out here trapping with broke down dusty rappers.
Mm-hmm.
But she just trapping with everybody. Y'all think the grass is greener on the other side? Okay. More power to you, baby. Mm-hmm.
See how that works out. Gloria Snook says she is making it up as she goes along. All these whimsical words saying absolutely nothing. At graduation is when you see
yes, Gloria.
And thank you, Gloria.
Gloria, get it. Yes.
Thank you. You get it. I get so excited when I see women who just put the pieces together so smoothly. There's only a few of us out there, okay? We must stick together, ladies. Please. Gloria, you better
wait a minute.
Subscribe to this channel and you better following us, okay?
Look at I think it's Teeny. I don't know how to pronounce it. Put up her comment.
She acts like all she got of the marriage was her children. That's how they view it, though.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you didn't get anything from him, especially Miss Tara. You said that she said he was a good father and a good husband.
Yeah, that's what she said. Mm-hmm.
I guess she didn't get anything out of it.
Well, he didn't graduate fast enough for her. Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm. Yeah. Anyway, let's finish out this dreadful illustration.
How I'm looking at it now. And I feel like people when they look at marriage, that success equals longevity. But no, at the end of the day, it's, are they happy?
Here we go with that happy word. There we go with the happy bird. Yeah. I cannot.
Okay. So the people that stayed married but weren't as happy, that's not success. But ending your marriage so that kids don't come home to mommy and daddy, that is success.
No, since it's about being happy.
You know, let me tell y'all something. You know, my parents, they divorced when I was 18. My dad stayed with my mom because of me. And if he hadn't have stayed, I don't know what I would be. I mean, to the point where like people that used to know him that always say, like, you sound just like Raymond. They would call me Lil Raymond, you know, but my dad, like, he was like the rock in the house. Even though him and my mom weren't really speaking much, just him being there stopped a lot of foolishness from happening because I knew I had a father at home that didn't play games, regardless of their relationship. And I knew they didn't really like each other. I knew they didn't get along. They did not have a happy marriage. There wasn't a lot of cussing and screaming and all that, but they didn't talk. There was no warmth there. There was like nothing. But I still benefited from having both parents in
the house. Yeah.
And I cried to my dad not too long ago, like, I don't know what I would have done if you left. I needed you there. So to all these women talking about, oh, you know, the kids will be fine because when the parents are together, like, they both have to be happy, like they have to be. No, you don't. Y'all just don't need to be punching each other and cussing each other out.
Exactly.
Literally, like, not even, and I don't recommend this at all, because I want, for you guys that are watching, I want you guys to have happy, healthy, thriving marriages. I'm just saying it's not the end of the world just because you're not happy. You can make your happiness. Some of you just aren't wanting to put forth the effort, but I'm telling you,
go.
At the time of the divorce, my dad, I think they separated when I was 17 going on 18. I'm telling you, I benefited from my dad staying despite him not feeling happy, despite my mom not being happy. Having them together under the roof
Exactly.
It's still a structured system that I go into whether I see them happy or not. But women, when we get in these little circles, like the co-hosts are women, she's a woman, the audience is women. Whenever we get alone, it's a dangerous place to be, because one person, like the one we're looking at here, that doesn't know what she's talking about, and like the commenter said, making it up as she goes along. Women are being indoctrinated by this, and they're saying to themselves, man, what did I learn today? I learned that it's a big problem and I need to leave if we're not happy. I love how Kevin Samuels like drove that junk home and basically says,
F your happiness.
Happiness. Don't nobody care about you being happy. Marriage ain't about happiness. It's about duty.
Yep.
That's what it's about. And so
that's the part they don't want to do. They don't want to do.
They don't want to be responsible and see something through if it doesn't make them happy, if it doesn't serve them. If it doesn't serve me, I don't care about duty. I'll do duty as long as I'm feeling good. But if I'm not feeling, and I'm preaching to myself here, I'm talking to myself too. Like, you can't go nowhere if you're unhappy. That's not your license to leave. It's not your ticket out.
Yep.
It's not your get out of jail free card. I just wish women knew what marriage was and what is supposed to happen in marriage, and just would decide to not even do it at all. And don't have any kids. You know, so women, they get into it thinking, oh, you know, Disney, the princess in the movie, she was just so happy. The prince rescued her and she was just happy. And the man catered to her. You don't see no Disney movies where the princess is doing anything for the prince. Everyone worships her beauty, her existence. We grow up seeing this and we become indoctrinated by Disney movies. This happens at a young age. And we grow up thinking we're supposed to be served. Men are supposed to respect us. What do you hear people say? Don't you ever put no hands on no woman. You better respect her. Not don't put your hands on a man, respect men. So we grow up and we are messed up before marriage. We're already messed up. We're already messed up. Yeah. Women over here in this Western culture, we're not built for marriage. We're not designed. We were never designed for it. We're not. We're just not. Maybe over in the East, they are. Philippines, Thailand, these other countries, maybe they're built for it. Western society, Europe, United States, it's really not even for us. We weren't built for it. We weren't trained for it. We don't even know what it is.
Don't even know what it is.
Find out what it is like 3 years into the marriage. Oh, I didn't know.
I didn't know. I didn't think it would be this hard. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh, Flawed. You know, we don't always see eye to eye, but you know, we be having our little moments. She's like, Ashley, you are a heck of a woman coming from a broken home. Good job to your parents for sticking it out as long as they did. Yes, I'm so glad they did. And I use them as an example when I speak to women, and they come to me with happy, you know, I feel like I'm just unhappy. And I feel like if the kids see us unhappy, that if they see us unhappy, then that's going to mess them up. I'm like, product of an unhappy marriage right here.
Right.
So anyway, y'all, let's get on through it.
Oh, Lord.
Are they thriving? Are they growing? And I feel like that is what is most important. It's not.
That's what's most important. Thriving and growing.
Oh, I tell you.
What's most important is my feelings. Okay.
About staying in something because however long you are in that situation, that equals success. It's about really, again, are you happy? Because life is really short.
Yeah, it's like a blank. I mean, your resilience and strength is really beautiful. And
she said your resilience and strength is beautiful. Miss Ty,
I can't help you with it.
Help me, Miss Ty. She said strength and resilient.
Resilient from what? What? It's that word salad just to make you feel good. That like B not always say. That sisterhood stuff. You know, we have to uplift each other and not, make each other cry.
Listen, the definition of resilient, able to withstand or recover quickly from difficult conditions. What did she do that was so resilient? Grandma was resilient.
Girl.
That's who was resilient. Grandmas were able to bounce back and combat their emotions. Anyway, I don't want to.
Child, we'll be here all night trying to dissect this craziness.
I know. Let me see. I don't know who acting up that I need to block.
Who is she talking about?
I have no idea. I haven't seen anything. Irma Robinson, I'm not married, but I enjoy watching. Thank you, and we enjoy having you here. Although, if you happen to meet somebody,
Okay,
girl.
Mm-hmm.
Ella Smith says, same here, Ashley. My dad was my rock. He was an amazing man. My mother treated him so bad. I'm going to stop right here. Miss you, Daddy. Oh,
hearts and hugs. Oh, my.
Tina Robinson says, my parents were married 58 years, and I know all those were not happy years. He passed away May of 2021, 82 years old. She honored her vow. She saw it through. She didn't drop out, Tina. Mom, it through. I'm so glad. Wait, B9, what are you saying? We did need more details to blame him. Now we need.
Oh, because somebody said they needed some more details to make a judgment of what she was saying. So I guess they was offended what he was saying. I guess.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he does have a point. I mean,
we needed more. We did need more details to blame him. Oh, he meant we didn't need more details to blame him.
Right.
He said we did. Okay, that's what was throwing me off. B9. Yeah. Behave yourself. Crystal. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Crystal. So y'all, I mean, let me get rid of this.
Child.
On my screen.
It's that crazy BS stuff we be talking about all the time.
It's really sad though. And I was saying earlier that, when women leave, when men left back in the day, they just left. And they sometimes left their stuff there. They didn't even come back to get their stuff. But when women leave, they say, you gotta leave because I want to, if I want our relationship to end, that means you're the one who has to go.
Exactly.
But logic says if like we start a business together and we're business partners, if I want to leave, I leave. It's not I want to leave, so my business partner, or I don't want to do this business with you anymore. So I'm gonna take the business and you just have to go. But you don't even get bought out.
Right, you just gotta go.
It's like you have to leave the business, but you have to end up paying me money too.
Right.
So my thing is y'all, women always talk about, strong, independent. We're so strong. Really be strong then. When you want to leave, and then go create your own life. This life that, you want to create for yourself that's going to make you happier. Go do that. But it's unfair to break up your family based off of how you feel. If you want to leave. And then you let him find another woman to replace you. Or better yet, you stay. I would love to see you stay and just work it out and apply, really put forth a lot of effort in your marriage.
That's too much right. So they ain't gonna do that.
Girl.
Ain't gonna do that.
Anyway, y'all. Well, I'm glad that I got that off my chest. I got this news during the time that I was taking time off. And I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna do a stream.
You ain't missed nothing. There was a bunch of malarkey being said.
I know. But when you hear about it, you just want to talk about it so bad. So y'all,
my head hurt.
Right. Marriage is not, I hate to Kevin Samuel's exact words, but I can't think of any other way to say it right now. Marriage is duty. It's not about how you feel. There's going to be pockets of happiness. There's going to be pockets of sadness. There's going to be pockets of anger. You're going to experience a lot of things throughout the years. I've had moments of sadness, anger, and happiness. Sometimes it's up and down. let go of this fairy tale idea of what marriage is, because it's not that. It's not a Disney movie. It's not. It's two imperfect individuals coming together and making something work. Not sitting back and hoping that it'll work, but like force, make it work.
Yep.
A divorce, if you're married right now and ain't nobody did nothing crazy, divorce should never even be an option. You should never even consider divorce. You should be telling yourself and telling your husband too, we together forever. We're not ever divorcing. Like we are together for life, you know. I'm your helper, I'm your complement. Like we do things together. We move as one unit. We together. Like we're one flesh. We don't split apart. That's how serious we have to start taking marriage, to the point where when I'm talking to my friends, sometimes I just gotta say it out loud, bro. I'm never leaving my husband.
Well, sis, it's all about the wedding and feeling good at the moment. Good.
Yeah,
that's all it's about with these people. Not duties, not vows, or creating legacy. That kind it's not about that for them. It's all about the flashy things. And that is the problem, because flashy things get dull sometimes. Sometimes you gotta shine it up,
right?
But that's too much work, though.
It's too much work. And over here in Western culture, we don't like work. These are the same women that complain about laundry.
Thank you. And all they gotta do is put the thing in there and push a button. Child, I cannot with these people.
Women over here in the East, they're washing their clothes in dirty bucket water. They don't even have the sophisticated technology where water constantly filters out to the point where your clothes are actually clean and dirt free. They don't, in their buckets, there's no clean water filtering anything out. It's a much longer process. You can literally get done with your laundry in a couple of hours, where sometimes it takes them over a day. Sometimes they do all of their family's laundry. Yeah, these are the same women that can't complete things. They let laundry sit in the washer. I mean, yeah, and I'm talking to me too, because I need this reminder too, because sometimes I'll have my moments and I'll need to like snap out of it. Like, no, like there's a woman over in Africa and she's outdoing you, and you have the technology to do your laundry and her family's laundry before she gets done. But you're laying in your bed talking about how you just can't even.
I can't do
it.
She
got it done. She got it done. So these are the same women with that mentality that they can't even do laundry. They find issues with doing dishes when they have their washer and dryer, their dishwasher. It does all the work for them, and it sings them a nice song. Yeah, if you got those high-tech ones, the ones by Samsung and LG, they sing you songs when they're done.
And even that, sis, let me tell you how good they got it. Even if you don't have a washing machine to dry in your house, like you have the laundromats in the neighborhood, whatever. Child, the laundromats in the neighborhood now, all you do is drop them off and they wash them for you.
Yes, even that's a luxury compared to how they're doing things.
You don't even have to stay. They wash and fold and stuff for you. All you do is pick it up.
Okay. Look, but now women have laundry. They have laundry services. So these are people that will pick up your dirty clothes. It's I'm sorry, we're taking it too far. Man, stuff is making us lazy and
lazy.
Yeah. We are so, like, the thought of somebody coming and picking up my family's laundry and taking it and washing it, doing all the work that the woman typically does, so that the woman doesn't have to like do any work, So these are the women. These are the same women who can't even complete a marriage. Correct. Because they can't when you think about it, when you can't even do like the simple things around the house, how you gonna do marriage?
Child.
Clothes been sitting in the wash for 4 days. It's the mildew. Now you got to start the cycle all over. These are the women that men have to pick from,
I cannot.
We got to do better, y'all. We got to do better. We got to do better. Rhonda said, till death do us part. Amen. Gloria Snook says, amen. Ashley, marriage is a perfect arrangement made up of two imperfect people. Hold on, B9. 85% of today's women are not marriage material. And he says maybe higher than that, triples down.
I mean, Look, the way
Crystal
things,
Dorman says,
things looking out there, baby. I don't disagree.
I would agree too. Crystal Dorman says lazy women in Africa appreciate their lives and don't have much. Exactly. That's why I say the more you give us women, the worse we become, the more useless we become, the more you give us. See, you think that you're giving us more and therefore we can get more done, but it actually backfired. The more you give us, the less we get done. It makes us worse. It actually cripples us, you know. Ella Smith, wow, 64 years, that's a blessing. Can't keep a man 64 seconds.
Cannot. That's too funny.
Okay, y'all. Oh, hey Ja, how you doing? All right, y'all. So this was fun. I hope you took a good teaching lesson from this, Miss Ty. Did you get married, Miss Ty? Did y'all get married? Or no? Not
June, girl.
June. Okay. I was gonna ask you.
Tell them all my business.
You said it. I thought you
okay.
said it on the stream.
No.
We talked about it on my other stream. Remember? And
I ain't tell you when.
Oh, well, you should have just said no. Shut up. I didn't know. I'm sorry.
Ain't no secret, but you know.
My bad. Okay. Well, we gonna leave that alone. I only asked because I was gonna say, like, you know, I always ask, like, when we watch these kind of videos, like, what do you take from it? Like, what would you apply to your marriage or your relationship?
Not a darn thing this child talking about.
There is some stuff to learn, though.
And not for me. Ain't nothing because I don't, child.
Or good reminders. Does it motivate you to want to?
No, because I don't got a child. Or I do have one thing.
What?
But I can't say what I want to say, so I'm gonna say it nicely. F your happiness.
Okay. That's a way of putting it. Yes.
You make yourself happy. Don't depend on your husband and your children to make you happy. Happiness starts within. And don't be getting married if you ain't a happy woman.
All right.
You're getting happy. You're supposed to be happy before all that. F your happiness. It's duty. Legacy.
Yeah.
That's what I got from it. Other than that, child, I don't got time to listen to these people. I was raised differently. Thank God. Yeah.
But you know, what I took out of it was it just motivates me more. I mean, okay, clearly I'm already not like that, but when I see something like that and I feel I feel more disgusted by the mentality of modernized women. When I feel disgusted, it makes me like it repels me even more, so I feel like it's even more motivation for me to make sure that my mind is right, so that's what I would take out of it. Not that I learned anything from her. I certainly wouldn't do any of the things she's talking about, but when I see it, it makes me want
to. I still want to know what she graduating to. When y'all find out, let me know.
She didn't graduate. She dropped out. She dropped out of school,
and she thinks she graduated.
She's delusional. She lied to herself and she lied to us. Okay, she didn't graduate.
Don't break the sister code. You heard what she said. She said she graduated now.
Oh, fabulous. She said, when you water your own grass, it will grow just as green as the next yard. Okay. That's good. That's something.
And child, plant some flowers and shrubbery, and all kinds of things. Exactly. You're going to be banging.
Right. Betty Diedrich said, yes, it was fun. Ashley, thank you so much for providing a sounding board for women to express and learn from each other. I thank you. I think that's such a good way to put it. Like a sounding board, a way for us to express ourselves. Because when you express, these things and you get among women who think the same way, it is motivation. It kind of gives you that boost that you need. So yes, that's a great way to put it. Thank you, Crystal Dorban. Crystal, she said graduation to the streets. Woo!
Well, that's what I said when I first came on. I said she for the streets.
Miss Ty, so she answered your question. You said I just want to know what she graduated to.
Child.
Crystal answered it. She said graduating to the streets. That's where she.
Yep, exactly, Crystal. Yes, Crystal. Yes, high five, girl. Virtual high five, girl. Yes.
Thank you. Let me see.
Me and Crystal on one accord. Praise the Lord.
Yes. It's good. Yours was great, but most children would rather come from a broken home than live in a broken home. Children who were of divorced parents say they were glad, wished it had happened sooner. I don't care what children are saying. They're children. Do you know if you had to ask me what I thought when I was 15 or 16, I would have said the same thing. I'm a child. It doesn't really matter like when I'm a child. It's when you get into adulthood and you look back, because when you're a child, you don't yet understand how it benefited you yet, because the benefits that you got from living in the broken home, it doesn't manifest itself until later. You're still a child, so you don't understand how it yet benefits you. I would instead ask aware adults, looking back, would they have rather their parents just divorced or stay together? Most who have a pretty good relationship with both would say, no, because I like both of them. I don't want to see either of them go. Now, there are some exceptions to the rule. Like if a father was abusive, then I would imagine the kids would want the father to.
Exactly. Yeah.
But when the kids have a relatively healthy, decent relationship with both parents, talk to them when they get to be 30 and up, and then ask them, do they wish their parents would have divorced? Yeah. But you don't ask a child that. Children don't understand what they're benefiting from. I'm telling you.
That goes back to what people be putting children in grown folks' business.
That's true too. Because when they know what's going on, then it can start to distort their mind. Exactly. And they can start to blame a parent for one thing, like
taking sides when they shouldn't be.
Yeah, like, Daddy, you hurt my mommy. So now if I were to ask you, with little Johnny, would you just rather them separate? Yes, because my mommy's hurt. Daddy hurt her. Like, you don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're saying, what you're even talking about. They can't even articulate how little things affect their behavior. They're still babies. Because and Ruby C, I'm glad you said that, because that's what I hear women saying. And this is a really good excuse, Miss Ty, that they use for divorcing. They'll say that because we don't get along, that's going to negatively impact our kids. Like if we don't like each other. No, here's the thing. Keep them out of your marriage so they don't
keep them out of your business. Exactly.
Behave around them. And they can still benefit. But if somebody's abusing the other person, that's different. But if it's just a simple, the love has just grown cold and it's routine, it's mundane, like,
and I'm just not happy at the moment.
Right. Oh my God. Okay. What Paris? She was listening to Silly Women. She feels that she will get a better man. She will lose. That's true. A lot of women have lost. I know a lot of older women that were alone that, I don't know a lot. Let me take that back. I know a few that are now alone because they listened to women, and now they're like in their 50s and 60s, and they know that they can't go back to when they were younger. So you can only do that once. And the few that I've talked to also talk about how there are others like them, and they listen. And I told them, we need y'all to start speaking up more. Y'all need to warn the younger girls that, hey, when you get to the end of the road, it's not pretty. So you need to find someone that's decent, and you need to ride this out with him, because once you get to a certain age, you can't go back and do it over. And women will get to that age, and then they'll start to reminisce on their first husband, and they start to think, I could have stayed. I could have made that work. It could have worked. I just wasn't happy at the time. Anyway, fabulous I am children should never be in adult situations, period. Right? So there's some variables in situations like that. You and your husband can be unhappy. Y'all just behave yourselves now. Learn how to behave in front of the kids. Wives, do not pick fight. Like, stop. Like, just stop. Don't pick fights. All this confrontational, you create drama in the house. They hear y'all argue. Like, that's not cool. They don't need to hear you argue. Call each other at work and scream at each other over the phone. And when you argue like this. Well, I just feel like you should have, because if you had to use that money to pay the light bill, I ain't got to use the money to pay nothing because it was your turn. And okay, but that's how y'all need to be arguing when them kids are in the other room.
What? I cannot with you right now.
Nothing. Or y'all need to go sit in the car and y'all can
go take a drive and do all that.
But if the kids are younger, just step out into the car, yell at each other, find ways to argue when they're not around, because that can make them feel like, oh my God, trauma. Ooh, this is traumatic, Learn how to behave yourself.
But a lot of women, they want you to they want the kids to take sides because they want to hurt the father. So they do that so that the kids will take sides.
Yeah. Oh, it's manipulative.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah.
Oh, Lottie. They better. Shoo. And clap your hands. Okay. But
not the hand clap.
Yeah, where's mommy and daddy? It's quiet. Where are they? They over in their room, door locked.
Yeah.
I will break all this stuff in here. Try me. Do it.
You wait till the kids go to school in the morning. I'm gonna empty the whole bank account.
Yeah. I will. You come over here.
Oh my God.
Your face if you try me if you want
to. Okay.
Whatever you gotta say, whisper it. Find creative ways to argue, but that's one thing.
Exactly.
Me and my husband, we don't do, and we've had disagreements, but we don't do it. Like, if you ask my daughter, hey, does your mom and dad argue?
I don't know.
Well, I don't really know. I'm not for sure. No, I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
Never heard them argue. No, like, she wouldn't be able to tell you. But we've argued. But we just made sure that we didn't do it around her. So
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. B9 said argue like the yin yang twins.
I cannot be known.
All right, guys. Well, that is the end of the show. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Yeah, as always.
Thank you, Miss Ty, for joining. It's always a joy to have you join as my co-pilot. So I
try to be on my best behavior this time. Mm-hmm.
You were very good. Thank you. Thank you all for joining us. And for those of y'all that are watching the replay, thank you for the support. If you guys could please, on your way out, if you could just like the video, that does put me into the algorithm. It helps me get noticed by other people and other potential wives who may need to hear this message. So I would greatly appreciate that. So when you like it and when you comment, that really does help me. So please like, comment, and share the video. Thank you guys for sticking it out with me, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.